He's well versed. Sister Karen Hunter, Joe Madison. There are literally people who dedicated their lives that you never even heard their names. But we asking Jesse Lee Peterson questions. He got to be top 5 stupidest black motherfuckers in the history of the world. Excuse my language. Top 5 easily. He got to be all top 5. But we asking him questions. Candace Owens. We getting upset at Candace Owens because she pimping herself. She's a prostitute. She's nothing more than a prostitute. Because people who call themselves in the know, these woke people, they always want to sound as intelligent as they can. But you can't sound intelligent speaking on surface issues. I can't tell a woman a damn thing about being a woman. Nothing. I know this. Oh, well, you got to put on underwear, bra, take showers, monthly cycle. And once you get past that, I'm done. I don't know a damn thing about being a woman. There's rudimentary things that I know, as I just stated, but by and large, I don't know a damn thing. And I'm not going to pretend to. And again, if you're receiving this as me taking shots at Mike and Tip, you're wrong. Because they're doing the best that they can and trying to help. God bless both of them. But all I know is it's thousands of brothers and sisters out there who are economists. They have PhDs. They're teaching at some of the most pristine universities in the United States of America. And we are literally turning to rappers and entertainers. Look, Don Cheadle, Talib Kweli, man, I love the brothers, man. They dope. But they are not the people to be asking these questions. They've dedicated their lives, a part of their lives, to uplifting the community, and I appreciate it. But again, it's people like Joe Madison, Karen Hunter. If you ask Joe Madison and Karen Hunter and they don't know an answer, Joe Madison and Karen Hunter know somebody who know the answer. They are not going to attempt to answer it. If you listen to the show, go on YouTube, listen to Karen Hunter. Listen to Dr. Carr. Listen to Joe Madison. If they don't know, they going to tell you, I don't know, but you can call the number one Chief Rocker Jersey Vine. I don't know, but you can call DJ Knox. And again, man, I don't want to seem as if I'm excoriating these brothers and sisters in some instances for answering questions. But you know what? I would rather Angela Rye answer than Killer Mike. I'm sorry. And if you got a problem with that, then that's on you. Killer Mike is not equipped to answer some of these questions because Killer Mike is immersed himself in the world of entertainment. His job is entertaining me, not educating me. That is not his job. I appreciate the attempt. And you know what? Here's the great part about it. Killer Mike is intelligent enough to give very good answers. But that's just not his wheelhouse. And at some point on a slow news day, they're going to take a piece of what Mike said and try to make a fool out of him. It's just the way the news cycle works. Or, like when he tried to take Joy Reid to task and didn't understand what an acronym was. And he was on Facebook and made himself look very bad. Not that Joe Madison won't make himself look very bad. I'm not going to tell you that's not happening. But, again, Joe Madison is in the Radio Hall of Fame. The chances on Joe Madison making a mistake and the chances versus Tip making a tip or my man Killer Mike making a mistake, they are greatly, it is a far greater chance that Mike will make a mistake than Joe Madison. But, but back to the real point, people like Terry Crews, Kanye West, Chance the Rapper, two of them jackasses come from my town. But you know what? I'm gonna keep it all the way funky. It's damn near tradition in Chicago for motherfuckers just talk clean out the back of their ass. Yeah, she is, Jungle. She is. She a dope sister. But you know, Kanye West, what's the boy name? Chance the Rapper. And then the sad part is, man, we're so reckless with our attempts at being relevant that we actually start listening to these buffoons. And that's something we're going to have to stop too, man. Look at it this way, ladies and gentlemen. We, from like, let's say 98 to 2010, they call that the information age. And since the information age, people walk around ignorant as hell. How is it possible for you to be walking around the United States of America with a computer in your hand? You call it a cell phone, but it's really a computer, y'all. It's really a computer. Don't play yourself. You walk around with a computer in your hand. And a lot of us just say ignorant shit, and we wear it on our shirt, and we get mad when people correct us. Y'all heard me say it a million times. Being right, it ain't that fucking great. You don't get a prize for it. But you know what? You get a label for being wrong. And that's stupid. Because you really don't have to be wrong. There's really no need for it. You know, it's kind of crazy. You know what? I'm going to take a small break. And then I got my man, got a drop coming up. And I'll be right back with you.
Hold it now.
Coming out of Chicago, my brother H-Rap B, representing Built for This Network, host of Into the Bitch podcast, host of Build and Destroy. I'm your boy D Greatest from South Central. If you want great information and passion towards the movement, check out my boy H-Rap B, the hitmaker. Yeah, man.
Come on. Hold it now.
Shout out to my man D Great. Thanks for making that drop for me, man. I'm gonna play it at every show. Got to show my man love. Really appreciate that. But like I was saying, man, we have to stop allowing these damn fools to represent us. I understand the whole concept of supporting each other, and that's dope. But some of these people don't need. See, we gotta stop even saying, "Hey, man, did you hear that dumbass Candace on?" Because look, anytime you start off dumbass in front of somebody's name, if that's the description you're giving, let's stop talking about them, folks. We do not need to be talking about nobody if dumbass is at the beginning of the description of that. We need to be like, nah, don't tell me. Don't tell me, I'm good. Because you already said he was a dumbass to begin with. Dumbass is already at the beginning of the sentence. So, why are we even talking about him, right? And it's just crazy. So, I'm begging us as a community to not give these people no more airtime, man. I know it's hard because we're being bombarded with stupidity at all angles. We really are. Folks, we're overwhelmed with stupidity. But like I was saying before I went to the break, we left the information age with computers in our hands. So we have to decide, is what's in your hand, is it a tool or is it a toy? Because if it's a toy, then we're going to continue to be ignorant as a community. We're going to continue to get walked on, stepped over, beat on, shot, mishandled, disrespected. The whole get down. Nothing's going to change. But if that's a tool, then what we're going to do is use that tool to overcome any adversity that we're met, and we will dominate at this point. Because, to quote the great John Henry Clark, when you start your history off as slavery, any improvement is anything that you do is an improvement that is not in bondage. But that phone in your hand, that tool or that toy, will help you establish the fact that you come from greatness, and greatness is expected of you, and everything that you do should be great. Point blank, period, end of the sentence. Please never forget that, brothers and sisters. So when we had the Candace Owens, the Jesse Lee, whatever Petersons, the Terry Crews kissing ass to keep his slot. You know, anytime you are in a bad situation and you have to continue to clarify yourself by saying, well, I don't mean to be rude. Well, when you're telling the truth, more times than not, you're not going to be rude. Speaking of the truth, our young brother, well, some of our young brothers, you might be some of the listeners' age. Young brother for me, Nick Cannon. Nick Cannon spoke his truth. Him and our brother, the elder Professor Griff. Professor Griff from Public Enemy. For those who don't know, Griff's still in Public Enemy. Yeah, Griff's still in Public Enemy. But the brother Griff and Nick Cannon did some history. And the verbiage offended a segment of our society. And he was asked to apologize. And brother Nick, he stood strong for a second, then he finally apologized. Because at the end of the day, when you offend somebody, or if you say something that is received offensively, somebody tell you offended them, no matter what the situation is, I do believe you should apologize. Now, what I would like to see is some dialogue. The sad thing is, a department of media that we don't really expect a lot of actually said this. They said the people from that community, Nick and Griff, need to sit down and have conversation because this is called a teaching moment. I totally agree. Because see, Dan, we've been having this same argument literally for 40 years. For 40 years. Because you say one thing, somebody says something else, they take it the wrong way, and then there's an offense left. I do believe somebody from that community, Nick and Griff, Alan Dershowitz, famed Harvard professor, one of the more talented lawyers in the history of the United States, according to the people who keep up with that kind of thing. I don't know. I ain't never been in trouble. He ain't never defended me. So he might just be all rep. But I'm going to give him his P's. He says he wants to debate the great minister, Louis Farrakhan. I would love to see that as well. See, because once we have a conversation, we can determine if what H-Rap is saying is offensive, or did I just take offense to it? See, it's a difference in being offensive and me potentially being sensitive in regards, or how about this? I'll meet you in the middle. The delivery could have been offensive and not what he was saying. Either way, I do believe some people from that community, Brother Dershowitz, Brother Griff, Brother Cannon, and the most honorable Louis Farrakhan should sit down and have a conversation. And sit down and have a conversation in front of the world. Because, see, I remember the most honorable Louis Farrakhan wrote a book called The Secret Relationship Between Blacks and Jews. It's supposed to be talking about, I never read the book, I read the preface. It's supposed to be prefacing the relationship that we have with this community. So you don't write a book like that, in my opinion, if you hate someone, or if you are speaking disparagingly, or you have no respect for that community. So therefore, I think this needs to be hammered out. Because if there is a positive relationship between our community and their community. It needs to be pushed out in front of the world.